This is cool. Look at this chocolate. Look at the detail. So he's originally from Brooklyn, you know. Yeah, and he's a Marine veteran. Look at the detail in this hood. Wow, that's so cool. That's tight. But wait until you see inside, man. It's amazing.
Come in. Is it you, Josh?
Mike, what's
you
going
stepped
on?
in shit. What's going on?
There's actually shit on the floor. That's hilarious. Am I supposed to wipe my feet
Yes,
now?
no, take your shoes off now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
How's it going?
Nice to see you,
Nice to
except
see
for
you.
the shit show.
That's all right. Welcome
by
that's
the
what it
way-
says. Welcome to the shit show.
Welcome to Mike's shit show. That's why you did it, right? I know you.
Yeah,
You're
all
a
day.
thinker.
All
You're
day.
a thinker.
Got to think about Josh Pellegrino, Pellegrino Motorsports. I'm with my good friend Mike Richter here. He's going to give us a beautiful tour of his amazing man cave here at the Caves in Cape Coral, Florida. These are garages you can purchase. You have anything from exotic cars to motorcycles, whatever your desire is. So without further ado, Mike's going to take us on a enchanted tour of this amazing setup, and I can't wait till we get upstairs because you're just going to be mind blown. Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome.
All right, Mike. So, take me through this tour. First off, you wear these leather chaps when you leave at the end of the day?
Well,
I didn't see a motorcycle on you. Oh, there's one.
believe it or not, Josh, those are my size. Those were made for me. These are chaps, motorcycle chaps. In 1980, I opened up a company which we had for 25 years making motorcycle gear. The name of the company was Vanguard Leather of America. We had that for 25 years, and we sold these motorcycle leather goods all over the world. And in fact, if you look up there, Josh, you'll see that's some of my own collection of motorcycle jackets that I couldn't throw away in the last 25 years. And those were part of about 50 different motorcycle styles that we made back then.
All right, Mike. So, walk me through a few things here. I noticed the last time we were here, you had the Corvette. You had a story about the Corvette, the mannequin frame, the satellites, right? You had a whole bunch of satellites.
Yep.
I think that's the one with the shit show.
Yeah, that was made for you, by the way.
Okay, all right, I appreciate it. And then you got a pretty cool motorcycle painting, so which would explain it, but you're not wearing your chaps in it, you're just wearing the vest. So walk us through and then the displays of the tools that have been painted. That's amazing. So
All right.
whatever, walk me through which one first.
I will, Josh. First of all, I'd like to tell you, Josh, that I started in 1968 as a peddler. And I was peddling items down in Greenwich Village. This is a picture of me back in 1968. And anytime I saw things of value in the street, I always picked them up. My wife calls me a junkyard dog. And as an example, the Welcome to Mike's Shit Show and some of the other discs that are out there, I picked about 15 of them up during the hurricane. The hurricane was a tremendous, great thing for me. I was able to pick up so many of these items on the street. People threw them away. 15 of those discs, and I made some of these like, I'm sure you don't like me, but I'm 100% sure I don't care. On this side, I have the Rats Only. And up there, I have stolen parts, genuine stolen parts. And the best one I have is the one over the door that says, "Get the hell out of here." So those are different things that we did for the 2 years during COVID. And after the hurricane, just sat down and spent some time doing those paintings. When we talk about this little car here, this car was thrown out during the hurricane, and it was a child's bed. So I picked up both sides, painted them black, made the flames in yellow on this one. And if you look on the other side here, there's one up here, the other side, with the yellow and orange flames.
And I see you've got the nose of the Corvette and
Right. This was the nose of the bed,
Yep.
and I made a nice shelf out of that one. And then if you come on this side over here, you'll see the rear end from that bed, and I made a shelf on that one as well. Now, as far as these mannequins, I picked these up after the hurricane from a lady's clothing store that had blown down, unfortunately, in Fort Myers. They were white at the time, and I just dressed them up with some painting, these different ladies' mannequins, and they came out very, very nice.
What about these tools that you got painted?
All right, anytime I found old tools in the street or at flea markets like these down here, we had them painted up and made different decorations out of them. Having painted all of the different saw blades, but it was easier just now with to get them made on the computer and just cut them and put on the saw blades. A lot of these things that we used were all things that were thrown out from various stores, in fact, including these hurricane shutters that I put up along all the walls were all picked up after the hurricane as well. This painting here, when I was 40, so that was about 41 years ago, that's when the motorcycle company was in business, and we did a lot of hand painting, and we also did a lot of t-shirts, and I had artists there, and this was made by the artists in our factory as a present for me for my 40th birthday. If you look on this side over here, you'll see that red bed. That was also a child's bed that was thrown off after the hurricane. That bed cost $1,800. They threw it out. How do I know it cost $1,800? Because the windows, they didn't have the windows on it. They had blown away. I called the company up there in California. That piece is made in overseas, in I think Holland, and they sent me those 2 fake windows. In fact, they sent it blue labeled, and they didn't even charge me for it. So that's those pieces over there.
What about the shovels? So I noticed you have a couple shovels.
Yeah, interesting. These shovels here, love painting on shovels. This shovel was used when they broke ground for the caves here in Cape Coral. Everybody got a shovel. Everybody got a helmet. If you see up here, it says the caves. And I had somebody bless the cave for me, and this one we put bless the cave on. And basically, like even the garbage cans. The garbage cans came from my factory, and we put the artwork on the garbage cans and spent a lot of time putting these things together. And what's interesting, if you take a look at all my tools here, I grew up in New York City in the projects, and this was the only toolbox that I grew up with. This was my father's toolbox, and this is it. All we learned how to do was change a bulb. And I made this as this tool shall pass. My father always told me, any problems you have in life, it's going to pass. Everything will pass. And I have rest in peace, 2005, my father. Over here, I started in 1968 making buckles. Buckles were very, very popular in the 60s. This is one of my first buckles made by hand, lost wax casting. From buckles, we went into belts. We made hundreds of styles of belts. From belts, we went into the motorcycle jackets. Over here, you have my collection of military items. I was in the Marine Corps and got out in 1965, thank God, right before Vietnam. And these are some of the things that I collected from that. I'm going to introduce you to my daughter. This is my daughter over here. Say hello.
This is Honey.
She has your eyes.
Oh, she does, yeah.
See the resemblance.
Unfortunately, I don't have her hair.
Yeah. So, talk to me about all the knickknacks you got here. It's got some really cool motorcycle stuff. I mean, yeah, that's pretty neat. You got a lot of Japanese theme. I love the Japanese art.
Yeah, I love the Japanese art. I've been to Japan many times. In fact, I'll show you. I have my business card in Japanese, and of course, all my ink is all Japanese ink.
Okay.
And this piece over here is one of the mannequins that I picked up. That was in white after the hurricane. As we walk down here, you'll see a lot of Harley Davidson items. In my days of the motorcycle apparel, we also were distributors of Harley Davidson motorcycle goods, and we also made a lot of Harley Davidson products as well.
Not many people know the Howdy Doody though.
They don't know how to do.
No, not nowadays.
Yeah. If we come down here, there's a little bit of our collection of tattoo items. This is a picture of me. I won first place. I don't know if you could see this. I have a full back tattoo. Won first place at the in Immokalee, the casino in Immokalee. Over here, when I got out of the service, I wanted to become a policeman, so I bleed blue, and I have a degree in police science. I got my 2-year degree in police science. I have my 2-year military done. I went to join the New York City Police Department. I was under 5'8", and I couldn't even get into the police department. So we have, this was an award I got from the Lee County Sheriff Department. You see me here with Sheriff Carmine Marcino for 25 years of support to them. And if you come over to this section, we're in Cape Coral, and these are awards for 25 years of service for supporting the Cape Coral Police Department. These are all pictures from Brooklyn in the old days. In the 1950s, we had Coney Island, Nathan's Hot Dogs, and the Wonder Wheel, and Jan's Ice Cream Parlor, and Seltzer. I'm sure none of you know what Seltzer is today. Katz's Deli, Sammy's Romanian, things from New York. This collection up here is I traveled the world selling my products, the motorcycle products, the t-shirts, the leather goods in all the different countries, and I collected some of the money from the different countries, and I use this as my office now.
It's a hell of a story. I want to hear about the bird.
All right, so this is made out of wood in the Philippines. It was given to me as a present. Well, we had a factory in China, and I wanted to send it to China as a present for the gentleman that was a partner of ours in China. So I sent it there. We made a wooden crate for it. It went over there. I don't know how much it cost, but it was a lot of money. And sure enough, they wouldn't let it go into China because we didn't have the type of wood that was on there.
What kind of wood is this?
Well, I know now, but we didn't know then.
Right.
So it came back to the U.S. We brought it into a woodworking shop, and the guy said, "This is rosewood." We said, "Thank you for telling us." We fill out the forms. We reboxed it again in the wooden box, sent it to China, refused again. Why is it refused again? Because there's rosewood, there's many types of rosewood. We didn't specify what kind of rosewood it was.
Right.
So it came back, and we said, you know what? We're saving this for our king. So here it is today. That's the story for Tom.
Did you have trouble shipping it to the States?
No
No.
trouble coming back.
No kidding.
So over here, this is my motorcycle. This is a 1994 Harley Davidson. And love this bike, love this bike. My wife took my keys away when I hit 75. These are my keys right here. She took the keys away and she said, you know, if you ever think of going for a ride, a test ride, make sure you hang them on top of your crutches. Don't forget how many times, you know, the 2 times it went down on the motorcycle. So that's it. No more motorcycles for you.
She couldn't have just given you a keychain that says "Don't die."
Exactly. Exactly. And here's an interesting picture. This is an uncle of mine in Boston, Massachusetts, from the 40s, driving an Indian motorcycle. My Uncle Harry. Boston, Massachusetts.
That's great.
All of these leathers were a big number for us. We made lots of leather vests in addition to the jackets.
I've had enough beer. I gotta use your bathroom. Is that all right?
Go right ahead.
All right, cool. Whoa, look at this. So,
So-
what is this? Gas pump?
Yeah, this is a gas pump that we actually put together in my factory, and everybody loves it.
That is pretty
Everybody
neat.
loves it.
Now, how'd you get these though?
I bought them at a car show flea market.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. And you did the floors the same way all the way to the bathroom?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Shower and everything. This is fun.
Yeah. This is not stock. What's interesting about this, Josh, is I saw this car. This is a 2004 Chevy SSR. They made them in 2003, 4, and 5. I saw it at the New York Coliseum Car Show in yellow, and I thought it was a futuristic car. And I said to the salesman, "Is this available?" He said, "Yeah, it's available right now." So I wound up trying to get one of these. It took me a number of dealerships to go in and get it, and they were charging, of course, over list for it. I had to wait a year and a half for it. It's a Corvette engine in there, and I had the flaming done. The purple is stock. There's not many purple ones out there, but this is the type of paint. I forgot the name of it. As you walk around it in the sun, it changes colors.
So I'm not much of a Chevy guy, but did that come factory, that motor?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so. Do you know what, not to put you on the spot, I know you're not a big car guy, or do you know what the horsepower is in it?
The last time I had horses hooked up to that, I only had 3.
300?
No, 3 horses.
3 horses?
3 live horses.
Well, I'm sure you have a lot more than that, so I'll have to Google this. So, cool. Outstanding. This is beautiful.
It's got 70,000 miles on
Take it off much?
it. Not now, but it was my everyday car for the last couple of years in Florida.
It's pretty. It's a perfect Florida car. So,
Yeah, we're gonna go upstairs for a while. I put a chairlift in here because my wonderful wife Gail of 60 years has trouble coming down on the stairs. She can go up, but I knew as we're getting older, let's put this in. So we put a chairlift in here. And as we come up, you'll see a lot of things that I have been collecting over the years. By the way, this is my granddaughter who's 29 now. This is the first shot that she hit this hog. One shot, took it down. This was a 125 pounder.
this is my favorite part of the whole place. I'll be honest with you. Anywhere there's a bar, I'm sold. But I want to know something. These stained glass windows are gorgeous. My wife would love these in our house. So you have the one back there, the 2 small ones, and then
There
you
were
have,
2, one on each side here.
Yep.
There's 2 actually laying in the shower downstairs. My idea was to put 4 of them up. I was going to have 4 right across the front sliding. So when the sun came through the windows and you came in, you'd look like a beautiful, beautiful reflection. But the city wouldn't let me do that
Front.
in the front over here. So I was able to figure out what to do with 2 of them. And I pulled these out of a church that went down probably in 1973
Where was the church?
in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn?
In Brooklyn.
Okay.
And I knew I was going to use them one day. And I used them in my house on Long Island, all 4 of them in front of the big bay window. And then I sent them here to Florida, and they laid in Florida for about 25 years. About 25 years in Florida, and finally figured out a place to where to put them. Now, all of these, all the woodwork is broken pallet wood that my factory in Cape Coral, for the 2 years during COVID, and when we were preparing to come into the cave, we cut them. They were all broken pallets. I used to buy pallets for $4 or $5 a piece. I'd pick them up in the streets for nothing, and today a pallet costs $13 to $15 a pallet. So the broken ones, I would take, we cut them down, we stain them, and all of that, just piling them up over 2 years. All of the woodwork we made with an uncle of mine. So all handmade to fit here, and it was just one step at a time. Now over here, due to my age, all the men my age will know, you're not going to make it down to the bathroom. So I put up a
Urinal.
I put up a urinal here. So of course my wife came here, and she said, "Where's her bathroom?" And I said, "Gail, you can go downstairs. You can go on the chairlift." She said, no, you got to put a bathroom in. I said, "Here's what I'm going to do. You see this picture? These are the New York Jets women." I said, "They could sit on the urinal. You can sit on the urinal." My wife is a major Jet fan.
I noticed all the Jets.
Loves the Jets.
Yep.
And interestingly enough, I made the leather belt for the Jets one year. So that's the story of this area. This was a
How are things, if you don't mind my saying?
oh, welcome.
Distracted. Please, relax and leave those unpleasant thoughts at the door. I assure you, soon you won't have a single care left. At least, not in the world of forbidden.
That's Luigi, by the way. He's my bartender.
The bar and the armoire. Talk to me. Is it the same? Was it the same piece, or were they 2 different pieces?
Actually, it was one piece. This is what it looked like. I also had this in my factory for 25 years, just writing away, knowing at some point we're going to use it. And this is now in 2 pieces. This was the base. This was the top. Of course, it wasn't a wine bar. And the door that opened had stained glass in here, and I used that stained glass here for these windows.
Oh, so that didn't come from the church. That came from the armoire.
That's correct. That came from the armoire. So this is my bar. We put together it here in when we were able to move it up, and that's basically it. You could tell I'm not a drinker. So, by the way, you could check to see if there's any Burgundy.
Bourbon? All right, I will before I leave.
Burgundy. See, I said Burgundy. So, we happened to spend the last hurricane here. This building is all cement. The roof is cement. The floor here is cement. the whole building is cement, and it's actually hurricane proof. So I have a Murphy bed in here. So when the Murphy bed comes down, I had my wife here, I had my daughter here, I had my son here with his 2 dogs, and we spent the hurricane here.
That's incredible.
This here is a medical box. Kind of goes with my my attitude. Somebody made this sign for me: psychiatric ward, please enter with caution. And some of the things that we picked up at different flea markets in our searching for things over the last 20-25 years. This actually was not my snowmobile, my sled that I grew up with.
Tell me about everything here. This is cool.
Well, this is really not only cool, but it's something that I learned because when you see the shark that I had caught,
Oh, that's right there.
and that had to be at least 45 years ago, that cost me $900 to have it mounted. And I learned at that time it was less expensive to go around to flea markets and garage sales and buy things like these mounts that cost $400-600 for $25 just to have them taken away.
Right.
And so a lot of them, were bought at different flea markets, etc. This side over here is a pattern from a boat, and before they threw it out, I picked it up in the street, and this was my first venture, Antique and Arms, the Ridgewood Antique and Arms. That was Ridgewood, Queens.
So what's with the guy hanging out over there?
Interestingly enough, along with the manufacturing of all the leather goods, we had 2 retail outlets, and that was one of the what do you call them? I lost my word.
Mannequin?
Yeah,
Display?
that's one of the displays that was in there, and the same thing with that bike and that guy up there was in the window of one of the stores.
And the bomb? Tell me about the bomb.
Well, that's part of my military.
Not anything involved with motorcycles over here, but what's with the drums?
Well, this is an interesting story. In fact, this is a picture of my son Matt. He's a drummer for the band Smack Daddy. They're from Cape Coral. They play in the Tiki. They play in Naples. They're in the main band in New Year's Eve down in Fort Myers. So he's a drummer, and he's made a lot of noise in my house, and this is a tribute to him. And thank God he's out of the house now, and he has his own house with his own drums.
There you go. All right, Mike. Well, is there anything else you want to add? Anything else you want to say to the viewers out there?
Well, I want to say thanks for listening. Josh, thank you so much.
Thank you for having
Semper
us.
Fi, brother.
Semper Fi,
Don't try and kiss me like you did last time.
It's only a one-time thing,
Okay.
That's because of the Army I'm in now, so.
Oh, that's right. Don't.
Michael's a veteran. I'm a veteran. I 8 years in the Marine Corps, going on 13 years in the Army Reserves, so still chipping away at it. But no, I want to thank you for taking the time with me and showing us and the rest of the viewers your amazing cave.
Thank you so much.
If you guys like what you saw, I hope you guys follow us and like and please subscribe. Again, thanks, Mike.
Ciao.
Semper Fi.